the set operators and split components works in ODI, and then we look into the file technology in ODI.
Okay.
Right. So we have discussed about filter. So how filter works, we usually write a filter condition like where clause, where salary greater than 1000. Right. See, if you have one more condition, like the salary less than 5000 also, or you have one more condition where commission greater than $200. If you have multiple conditions, right, so then you need to have multiple filters like this. So you do have one filter here, and one more filter. See, your filters are increasing, right? So instead of doing this, ODA has one component. So they're calling it as split component. So it's likely acting as router in Informatica as it is. So we are trying to applying different conditions in split component. So let's see how this works in ODI.
And now I have a question here.
Yes.
Out of these component, how many were there in 11G, or everything was there in 11G?
There was no component in 11G.
Oh, okay. Nothing like
So
expression or nothing was there.
nothing. There was no there was no component, but we can implement manually in
Okay.
11G.
Okay.
But
Like
once it
using
has
knowledge module,
no, not knowledge modules, we can directly choose over there. It will showcase you that it will showcase you directly. I don't have that 11G currently.
Okay.
When
That's
you
fine.
I have drag and drop filter right yesterday.
Right.
So likewise we can do that over there.
Okay.
When you create a new column, new
Mhm.
attribute, it will directly ask you write expressions.
Okay.
So whatever you need, we can do that.
Okay.
So just create a new mapping. I think we have lookup component in 11G, basically. That was there. Okay. So mapping split employee. Right. So just drag and drop your source and target with multiple split conditions. So go and get your model. EMP, and target is employee. Right. So now just move on to your components, and yes, please go on mute. I'm getting some background disturbance. Thank you. Yeah, just go to the components and select the split component. You can see split, see the symbol also, one-to-many relationship. Split data into multiple paths using an if then else conditions. Right? So just click here and select it over here. Then connect your EMP to the split. Right. So when you click on here, it is trying to showcase you properties on bottom of your screen. See the general properties and the split conditions. Right. So these are the output connector points, these are input connector points. Right. So how many output connector points? So currently we do have only one output connector point. I hope you can see that we have only one employee. So I'm taking employee as the same instance, employee 1. The instance is same here. The instance is same. Right. So just click on here. See the output connector points now, 2 output connector points now. If you have one more, just drag and drop here, it will show you output is 1. But input should be only one connector only, input point. like it's see here. So the input is only 1 and output enter points are 2 points here. Right. Now, so output is connected to which one? This one is going to be employee or employee 1. See, when I selected, that will map automatically. And this one should be employee 2. Look at here. You can do it here, otherwise go and map it here directly. There is
So
no,
it didn't ask for the by position or by name. How we can make sure that it is connected correctly?
that wouldn't be, right? See,
No, I'm just asking, let's say I have a different target table which is different from source,
mm-hmm.
then the columns names are different. How we can find
Yes.
out which column is connected to what source column?
No, so far it didn't connect to any column, the input. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay,
See,
okay,
is that mapping? That was not mapped.
okay.
So I'm just trying to delete here and go and get your expression. Now connect to our expression.
Okay.
Right. Get your second one also. See, you must select output 1 or 2 accordingly. Output 1 or 2. Right. But we miss one important thing here. We have defined any conditions. Right. So this is a split one. So if you go to output enter points in the properties, here you can see the split condition. So when you double click on over there, it will trying to ask you. So I'm trying to take two things here, where salary of the employee equal to 1250, and just click on apply. And second split condition, where I'm trying to take the same, so where salary equal to 5,000. So like this, you can take any number of conditions by taking your target instances. It will create the output control points automatically when you have multiple targets. Right.
And what is this option? There was one option is remainder. What is that?
I
If you
think
click
that
on
should be
filter?
unselected. Yeah, that should be unselected, right?
Yeah, if we select it, what will happen?
See, that won't take any condition. When I select here, that will filter out here.
I mean, what's the purpose of this? Actually, I'm not able to
It,
understand because either we don't give condition and we don't select it. That is also okay, right?
that will be true path, right? That will be true path. If you don't have any condition, that will be true. Like, the filter equal to true, that will process all the records.
Correct. But then if I select this checkbox is remainder, what value does it have?
It doesn't have any value. See, I'm selecting this.
Mm-hmm.
By marking this character point as remainder, we will lose any difference filter condition.
By marking this, there is a thing coming on. If you put your pointer on this checkbox is remainder, there is a note coming down. Tooltip.
Yeah, that's what. When you place it here, when you're trying to check this option, it's trying to say you just trying to delete all the conditions in the split.
Okay. Okay. That's the only way. Okay. Got it.
Yes. Right. So I think this is not connecting to this one. There is something wrong. Let me see. Output one. Right. why it's not selecting? Let me see.
Why it not selecting automatically?
I'm not sure. Sometimes ODA acts like its own.
Okay.
Still the tool has still stability should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just go to your physical and check your LKM and IKM parallelly. Right, just click on save. So we forgot that we need to truncate the table, right, before loading the data. Right, let's run it. Okay, let's go to operator. So yeah, that's completed. Let's go back to our database now and check the output, how it's writing the data. See, so I have salaries who have 2 employees with 1250, and I have one candidate who has a salary of 5,000. Right. So like this, you can define any number of split conditions in ODA, and just drag and
Okay.
drop your target instance, and it will automatically create the condition.
So I think we can use the same thing for that error handling mechanism. You know, the record which passes all the conditions go to the target table. Where the condition fails, it goes to the error table.
Exactly. True.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So we have seen the split component. Split is something like this: in one input and many outputs. So you can have any number of outputs. It's like, one-to-many relationship. It should be one-to-many relationship, right? So how we can define many-to-one relationship? Like, you used to have many inputs with same structure, and you need only one output, right? So this is what we are calling as set operators in ODI. Okay. So I'm sorry. So one output only. This is one input, and we have multiple inputs, and we have only one output. So how our union all, intersect, minus all will work in Oracle, right? So accordingly, we have set component in ODI, so we'll define that. So we used to call as set component. Right. So just go back to your ODI, create your mapping. So mapping set employee. Right. Now, so earlier what we did is we have taken multiple employee table as a target instances. Right. We have taken 2 employee table as target instances. Now I'm going to be take input as EMP table, which has 14 records, and I have one more table employee in the source itself in Scott schema. So I'm utilizing these two tables and populating data as output into the employee, which are going to be union or union all, intersect, minus, what are the properties we need, right? Accordingly, we can populate the data. Look at ODA now, how this works. So I'm trying to get the data from spot schema. So EMP is my source, employee is also your source. I do have two sources here. Make sure your sources must have same data structure. And get your target. Right. So your target is ready, your sources are ready. So how we implement our set operators in ODA. So just go to your components and get your set component here. See, define a union minus or other relational set operation. Just click on here and try to get it here in your space. So there's nothing to do here. So you just drag and drop onto the set over here. It is trying to ask you to input one. See, we do have two inputs here. So input one, so by name or position, whatever you want. Second, see, this must have the same data structure here. This must have same data structure here. Otherwise, that is going to be fail. Then only you can drag this option onto over here. See, input 2 now. Input 1 is already mapped to the employee dot output 1. This is output 1 and this is the input 2 we are trying to get. Just drag and drop it over here. And to cross check, just click on here and it will map to the both sources. Right. So, and now I'm trying to get it over here. You can connect it to the target, your set operator. You just connect it to your target. So there is no need of expression here.
And I always see this, bottom execute on no hint. What is the meaning of this?
That's what. So no hint where you're trying to execute. If you place no hint, it is trying to do, this is what. Source where you're trying to execute this one, either in source, as in staging or target. If you're not trying to give any hint, it will take it on its own.
I mean, what is the meaning of that? Let's say if I select source, what will happen?
Nothing should be, that will execute in source itself.
In source itself. So when the data is getting collected from source tables, it will do the join in that and then do it, right?
Exactly.
And staging mean in the staging table, and target means what will happen when I select target?
It will execute in target.
I mean, what will it execute? It will take the rows from both employee and EMP and
exactly.
take it. I'm trying to understand how the flow will look like if it is happening in target.
Don't worry. Let me explain you. Okay. So just let me complete this and we'll go to over there.
Sure.
Okay. So just click on set over here, and when you get your properties, the general, the operators. Look here. So the input one is EMP, and we are trying to apply our set with the input 2, which is employee table. The first one is EMP table. So what type of operator? Look at here, you don't get any type of operator in input 1 because we are trying to apply EMP union with employee. Accordingly, if you would like to have any other one, union all, minus, intersect, there are so many options, except so many options. So some are work with different databases, some work with Oracle. So to make sure, so Oracle guys make sure that they are trying to get all those in same place. Don't confuse about that. Oracle supports or union all, minus, and intersect. You can choose accordingly. So the union is simply nothing but it's trying to get all the values from A table, and it is trying to get the unique values compared to the B table. Right. So I'm trying to get those ones. Just click on union. See, your output connector points should be employee 1 only. Here it is directly. Right. See here, I'm trying to changing my hint here in staging to everything. Right. So just go to your physical, select your LKM. Get your target. Right. And just click on save it here. So let me execute it here. Flow control, I'm sorry. So we have selected different knowledge module. Control append, insert global. I'm trying to apply my truncate table. True. Just click on save. Right. And just go and check your data. You should have all the records over here. Let's see how many records. 31 rows. Because I have many records in employee of the source. We know we have 14 records in EMP, but employee has 93 rows add on. It is trying to filtering of the records whatever it doesn't require, and it's getting only unique records from employee with respect to EMP table. Because if you look at this, let me show you here where employee number equal to 7369. Look at here. It do have this is the one unique record and this one unique record with null. So we have already recorded in source in EMP like this, but we don't have like this. Let's see. Or we have like this. We have like this and we don't have like this. Just trying to get those unique record from employee. Right. So let's go back to ODI and I'm trying to expand it here. So when you're trying to get your load data, see here, select option where it's trying to apply union with employee table. So I'm going back to your question where we can the source hint, like where it's just trying to execute it.
Yeah.
So
I show something. If you click on that knowledge module, loading knowledge module, it was showing something, like intermediate table or something. I don't know if that is true. No, not here. On the left hand side. Load data. AT load data LKM SQL under the agent.
1 second.
On the left hand side. Yeah.
I didn't get your question.
No, actually go to operator.
Operator. Okay.
And here come down on the 880 load LKM.
This is the one.
Right. Because somewhere I see, it was showing load data into template staging table. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what is the purpose of that hint.
Oh, see.
Here it is, insert into ODI target.
Okay. This is a staging table. It is trying to get all the data from source and populating data into the temp table.
Okay.
So, and before applying to the temp table, it's trying to have a select query on source. The select query is to pass the values into some bind variables.
Right. So it is, and then it is populating into the temporary table or staging table.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
if I select a hint as source, then what it will do?
No. Okay. So here it is, right?
Yeah.
Set operator. Sorry.
I think in general, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saving it
Mm-hmm.
and just try to execute. This is the one. So what we did, we are trying to apply the hint.
Right. I mean, just trying to understand what is different this time from the previous case.
Okay. Let's look over there. We used to go with normal hint only. Let's look. No worries. So it's trying to loading the data to the C dollar set. It's trying to loading the data to the C dollar set. Same one. And why this one is executing? Mm, no. Main. Main. This number. If you look at here and ODA target. I think this might change that. We used to leave our source system to the ODA, so where it can execute. That will take the business intelligence of that.
Okay.
So let's see the options and go to your physical. That might change. This might change. Let's see. It is trying to creating the table, but why it is loading? It is getting directly from set operator. Okay, set A. And where is this? Yeah, set. Yes. So what we have given, the staging point, target, right? Right. Just trying to selecting, and it's creating a temp table. I mean, it's X dollar table in source. How this works, and I would like to give one more assignment also parallelly. So just do at home how all the source qualifier works usually. So just take one mapping here. Sorry. So just take one mapping and do one thing. Just drag your EMP table here and take the same take the table which is from same squad schema. Just drag and drop it here and apply your source qualifier override query, and do the same thing by taking target as orient the second target here. Take it from here and just trying to apply your source qualifier override query. Just get me the outputs how you get. Okay, and look at your source code how it is acting exactly. You'll find out the difference between those two. Okay, and let me know how that is going to be figuring out. Right, so I'm trying to get the data from the flat files now. So how we can work with the flat files? Okay, so to work with the flat files, we do have to create the one topology connection because it's a new technology server. It is new technology. So in the technologies, you can find out the technology name as file. So like Oracle, we do go with creating new data server, physical schema, logical schema, and then your context. So just right click on your file, create a new data server. So just give a server name as whatever you want, flat file. Right, the flat file. I'm taking some source systems. Hello, Nitin. Trying to work with the flat file as a source now.
Okay.
How we can
And
populate
what did you say? What did you say about source qualifier?
Yeah. So what I did say, take the source from squad table and target from the squad table. Same schema. Try to apply. You just try to apply a source qualifier override query there, and take the source as squad from squad schema, and take the target from the other schema which we created, and just try to apply a source qualifier override.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so you're trying to get the data from the flat files. So to get the data from the flat files, so we do have a flat file technology here. So we need to create a data server, physical schema, logical schema, and finally context. So just I'm trying to create one data server under flat file. I just right click on here and select a new data server. It will try to open one window on your right side. So just give a name of here, and if you have any host, if you are working in local machine, there's no need of that. If you have any host, just try to place your host name here, and just go to the JDBC connection. I'm not going to be change anything here. The driver is already the file driver, so I'm not going to be change anything here.
So do we
So
need to
just
provide that username and password, like if it is a different machine?
if it is trying to authenticate you using username and password, you should give it over here.
Okay.
So just click on test connection. It is trying to ask to register one physical schema, and the connection is usually going to be successful. Right. And just expand your file. You used to have flat file source. So under this, we are trying to create a new physical schema. Okay. So in the physical schema, see what we did in Oracle technology, we used to provide the schema name. Right. We used to provide the schema name. But here we need to provide the path of that particular files are available. So I'm trying to give the path where it is locating. You just give the path only here. Right. If you'd like to give work schema where the bad records or bad file will usually come here. Okay. I'm just trying to save it here. No context is specified. So we have saved the context. Just click on OK. So now I'm trying to go and get my logical schema to the particular physical schema. Just go to your logical architecture, expand the technology, select the file and click on new logical schema. So just give the logical schema name. I'm taking flat file source logical. So the context is I'm taking whatever you want here. So which physical schema you are trying to point out? We have created flat file source. I'm trying to take it here. Flat file source. And just click on save. Right. So if you go to the physical schema now and go to the context, that will automatically map here. The global context is mapped to the logical schema of this particular one. And just look at your context now. Open the context, global context. I'm sorry. Go to the schemas and select your file where it is. See, flat file source logical is connected to the flat file source, the physical schema. Okay, these two are connected. Now, so we can go and import a flat file into ODI as it is. Just go to your designer. I'm trying to close everything here. So for understanding purpose, I'm trying to create a new model folder. Okay, so here you just create your model folder, flat file as your source. Just trying to save it, which is available, but nothing should be there. So accordingly, we are trying to create under here a new model like what we did in Oracle. Right. Just create your model name here. File as source from my desktop. Okay. So technology should be file and the logical schema should be, you just select it, whatever you require. Flat file source logical schema, which we created. Generic action should be a normal one here. And look at here. And you just go to your reverse engineering folder. Right. Then select the reverse engineering. But we haven't created any files, right, in this particular field. So I'm trying to create a new file here, right, and creating one customer. Okay, I'm just trying to populating my values. So just give some values here. Employee number, the delimiter is pipe, employee name, job, salary. So employee number is 1 with 5 delimited, and name is Nathan with 5 delimited. The job is manager and his salary is 5,000. Now second one, we do have Teja, and she's a salesperson. She has a 4,000 salary. The third one is I'm taking DWBIADDA, and he's a director, and he has salary of 5,000. Right. So we have metadata of the file, and we do have records available in the file. I'm just trying to save it. Okay. Once you complete the saving, and we just revert back to ODI. See, I'm trying to selecting here with the particular path what I have given. It is trying to map it over there. See, when I click on existing data stores, look at here, it doesn't show you anything. It doesn't show you anything. And the option of objects to reverse engineer should be disabled. Okay, so the importing of the reverse engineering of flat file is different compared to the technology like Oracle or any RDBMS. So how we can achieve in ODI? Right. I'm just trying to save it here by using my logical schema, by using the technology here. Just save it over here. Your model is going to be under your folder. Now, just right click here and select a new data store. See, you just create your sub model here with the model name with the logical schema. Then go to your model and right click here and just click on new data store. When you click over here, it is trying to ask something over here. Just give your model name whatever you want. So our name is customer. It is trying to take the alias as CUS, and data store is table, whatever you want here, and see here the resource name. At the end you can see the browse option. It's like a lookup. When you click over here, it is trying to point to that particular path. It is trying to point to that particular path, and just click on the one what you require and click on open. It is trying to show you the resource name as customer.txt. But when you click on here and when you're trying to reverse engineering here, it doesn't have, we need to say to the ODI, this is a delimited one flat file, right? So to do that, go to the files tab and see the file format. Either it is a fixed or delimited one. You can select accordingly. It's a delimited one. And the record separator should be in MS-DOS now. It's a DOS one. And the field separator is pipe delimited. Right. So once you select your field separator and just move on to the attributes. Here, just click on here. See, I'm sorry, I missed here. Here we need to select the heading. We need to select the heading. So we do have heading, right? So the metadata. So if you select it here, the first column should be go to metadata of the particular table. That's why it has given all as strings. I'm trying to delete all of them. Now, so just click on reverse engineer. So how many number of rows? See here, earlier we do get C1 like that. It's employee number, e-name, job, and salary. Depending on the type of the data, it is trying to allocate the data type. Employee number, numeric value. Employee name is a string value, job string value, salary is numeric value. So according to that, it's trying to allocate that value, right? And accordingly, it is do that. Now, just click on save it here, and just expand your model here. You can see the customer. Okay, so our flat file is ready, right? Our flat file is ready. If you would like to view the data, Just right click on that and click on view data. See, the employee number is 1, 2, 3. Name Nitin, Teja and DWBIADDA. So what is the job position and the salary of that particular employee. Okay. And then also data option. Both are same. Okay. So now your source is ready from chart file. Our target is table. Nitin, can you follow me?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Now let's go back to your projects and select your mapping. Create new mapping, mapping underscore file. You're trying to populate data into the employee. The file is customer. Right. Now, likewise, you just drag and drop your source here and get your target. From here, drag and drop over here. Okay. Just trying to select your employee number here, employee name, job. Sorry, this went to the filter mode. Name, job, and salary. I'm trying to keep rest of them as null values during runtime. Okay. Now, so what the sense makes here, our source is file. Our target is Oracle. So now the LKM is going to be changed, right? Source is file, staging is Oracle, and your target is Oracle now. So the LKM, so far we are using LKM LKM SQL to Oracle, Oracle to Oracle, LKM SQL to SQL. Right. Now our source is different. Now we need to get a new LKM file to Oracle. Our staging is Oracle only. So from there to here we can use Oracle incremental append or global insert, whatever is available currently in ODI. Now just go to your physical now. When you are trying to select the LKM here, just go over here. Just trying to showcase you that LKM SQL to Oracle. See, it is trying to showcase the LKM file to Oracle with some extension. But I would like to take, I would like to get LKM. Go to your knowledge module, file to Oracle directly. We do have that. Loading knowledge module, import the knowledge module. Here I'm trying to get LKM file to Oracle. This is file to SQL also is fine, or SQL loader also fine, external table also fine. So I'm trying to get LKM file to Oracle SQL loader or file to SQL. Just click on OK. And just click on close it here. So when you click on here, now you can go and get your original one, LKM file to SQL. Right. And IKM is common. So I'm going to utilize same IKM with truncate table option. Just save it here and just run your mapping. Oh, this is fail. Let's go back. Actual 11, maximum 9. Job. Okay. And just try to execute the data now. I just updated my data. can go and check your target table. Right, so I have all the records available in my target employee table. So wherever I don't connect it, those are going to be null values.
Nag, I have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say source is fine, but let's say what I want to do is I want to put my target as a file. So whenever I am running a mapping, then every time a new file should create every day, and that's what I want, because every day same file will create, it will override. But what I want is a file should be created with a date extension. So how can we do that?
File should be created with a
Date extension, so that name should be different every day. So let's say my target table name is customer target underscore the date, and of that day, and next day when the mapping will run, it will have the next day dates, so that every day mappings are running and I'm getting different files, so that they are not overriding each other. Target I want to have file.
exactly true. But I think I'm not sure if ODA can support that with the date, but we can achieve in Unix once your once your mapping is completed. So we are trying to do that in Unix in our current project.
You mean to say can we write some post command or something like that?
Commands we can write it for here. So
Yeah,
how your
I'm just
commands
trying to
work?
say, automated way I want. As soon as my
Exactly.
file is created, it should be renamed.
Exactly. Exactly. You can write your command once you are completed with the mapping, either in Unix. That should be in automated way. I'm not trying to say manually. It should be in automated way. I'll show you once our package is there. So how you
Okay.
can write your own commands in packages.
Okay.
There's a command option, like Informatica command task.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all I have for the day. Do you have any more questions, please?
Yeah. Tomorrow, what are we planning to